Alright guys, so in my last video, I covered everything there was to know about Khonsho and Bakuya, ranging from its abilities to the legend behind it. But in today's video, we will be covering everything there is to know about Caladbolg, the sword of Fergus mac Roich. So kicking the video off, I'll start by saying that Caladbolg is the magic sword of Fergus mac Roich. Said sword also goes by the name of Spiral Rainbow Sword or Spiral Sword due to its high power and wide range attack that makes even destruction of the landscape possible. It is the natural enemy of Siyu Chularin due to him having a geese that makes it his duty to be defeated once by the sword so long as it is wielded by someone who is Ulster-born. Caladbolg stands as a prototype for numerous magical and holy swords that emerged in later ages, such as Excalibur Galatine, and is often linked to Caladbolg from Welsh mythology, potentially serving as the precursor to Excalibur itself. As Sabre undergoes ascension, the sword's appearance evolves, taking on a more drill-like form, reflecting its growing power and potency. Legends recount the awe-inspiring activation of Caladbolg, manifesting as a sword of light that emits a mesmerizing sword shimmer akin to a rainbow, capable of cleanly slicing through hilltops with ease. Fergus mac Roich demonstrated its formidable might by unleashing its full power, slicing through 3 hills in a display of rage and power. However, the true essence of Caladbolg as a noble phantasm lies in its ability to cause massive landscape destruction. Known as the Heaven and Earth Sky Great Rotation, this devastating attack involves plunging the sword into the earth, triggering a cataclysmic eruption that engulfs enemies in a maelstrom of destruction, showcasing the sword's unparalleled prowess as a force of nature itself. Fergus, however, is not the only user of Caladbolg. If one were to look at Queen Medb's noble phantasm, they would see the following description: Fergus, my good-looking brave, my lovely's rainbow sword. As one of her previous lovers in another life, Fergus's connection to Caladbolg is deeply ingrained in Queen Medb's existence as a heroic spirit. Despite her ability to invoke its true name effortlessly, Queen Medb exercises restraint in its usage, mindful of the potential devastation such a powerful weapon can cause. Being the queen that she is, she refrains from unleashing Caladbolg's full destructive might in delicate or populated areas, demonstrating her wisdom and responsibility. Whether she materialized Caladbolg through her own legends or borrowed it from the Fergus at Chaldea remains a mystery. Nonetheless, Queen Medb's version of Caladbolg may lack the sheer power wielded by Fergus himself, but it compensates with enhanced flexibility and adaptability. With a simple shake, she can deploy a rainbow veil that ensnares her enemies, rendering them powerless and bewildered within its radiant embrace. Then there is also the version that both Archer and Shirou Emir use. Caladbolg 2 Fake Spiral Sword is a modified version of the original Caladbolg using reinforcement. This iteration of the legendary sword undergoes a transformation through reinforcement, resulting in a narrower drill blade appearance and a hilt reminiscent of Excalibur rather than the original design associated with Fergus. Archer's encounter with the original Caladbolg led to its inclusion among the many noble phantasms stored within his unlimited blade works. Leveraging his expertise, Archer modified the sword to better suit his combat style and enhance its functionality as an arrow. By projecting it as an arrow, he transforms it into an A-rank broken phantasm, amplifying its destructive potential. During the activation of Caladbolg 2, Archer invokes the familiar incantation of unlimited blade works before launching the modified sword arrow. Despite its altered form and designation, he still utters Caladbolg to unleash its power. The blade undergoes further transformation, coiling into a spiral that distorts space, allowing it to pierce through any target with remarkable force. The sheer potency of Caladbolg 2 is demonstrated when fired at caster, effortlessly breaching her magical defenses and causing a devastating explosion even at a distance. This overwhelming force is capable of overwhelming opponents and wreaking havoc on the battlefield, as witnessed when intercepted by Berserker, resulting in a cataclysmic explosion that engulfs its surroundings in flames and destruction. Caladbolg in the hands of Fergus himself ranks at an A+, which can go further than that depending on how much power Fergus channels into the blade. When in the hands of Med though, the noble phantasm ranks at a solid B rank. And lastly, the projected Caladbolg arrow that Archer uses is considered a B+ rank, but when turned into a broken phantasm its rank increases to an A-. Now, setting the noble phantasm aside, let's get behind the history of Fergus and what we know of him from Fate. He is known as an Irish hero and a brave warrior of Ulster from the Celtic mythology's Ulster era. He is renowned as a member of the esteemed Knights of the Red Branch, a skilled wielder of magic swords, and a close ally to the legendary hero Ciú Chulainn, whom he also fostered and mentored. One of the notable legends surrounding Fergus revolves around his temporary kingship of Ulster. It is said that he relinquished the throne to King Concobar under the condition of taking Concobar's mother as his lover. However, this arrangement led to Fergus's permanent exclusion from kingship due to Concobar's deceitful machinations. Driven by rage and betrayal, Fergus departed from the Knights of the Red Branch after Concobar's treachery, aligning himself with Connacht, Ulster's rival. This alliance was fueled by vengeance, especially after Concobar had Fergus's son killed out of lust, a heinous act that further fueled Fergus's animosity towards his former kingdom. During the tumultuous period of the Tyne Bo Cuailnge, a significant conflict in Celtic mythology, Fergus stood alongside Queen Medb of Connacht, displaying his valour and prowess in battle against Ulster. Despite his fierce opposition to Concobar, Fergus maintained a sense of honour and integrity, promising not to overkill his defenceless former allies during the clashes. In a pivotal moment, Fergus nearly achieved vengeance against Concobar during a decisive battle, showcasing the might of Caladbolg by cleaving the tops off 3 hills in his rage. His Gais, a binding oath exchanged with Ciú Chulainn, ensured that he would have a strong advantage in any future confrontation with his former ally. However, Fergus's fate took a tragic turn when he was sidelined during the second invasion of Ulster, orchestrated by Queen Medb, who saw his presence as a hindrance to her plans. Ultimately, Fergus met his demise at the hands of King Ailill, Medb's jealous husband, marking the end of a legendary warrior who left an indelible mark on Celtic mythology. Now for a last-minute mention, as a saber servant, Fergus has the following skills: magic resistance at B rank riding, a rank mind's eye true, valour at rank A. And lastly, nature of a rebellious spirit at B rank.